Welcome back to the Odyssey. I am Mike Odyssey, and today we got basically the first 2 minutes of the video have to do with news happening inside the world of Nintendo, and then we will move on to today's big giant story controversy happening in basically Pokemon World and Pal World, this brand new game that just launched over the weekend. And it's a big, guys, it's pretty big, and let's go ahead. I want to go over it with you guys. Let me know what you think. We'll do some comparisons of Pokemons and Pals to see if there's something here to be mad about, because I guess people are just looking for a reason to get mad when there's so many reasons to be happy, right? Let's get started. One more thing, if you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. It means a lot to me that you're here. Consider subscribing and joining our community by clicking that bell and notification. And by doing that, you're helping us get to 50K before the Switch 2 is announced. So I just want to thank you for even considering joining our amazing Nintendo community. All right, so first up, we have our game trial of the week, month, or whatever Nintendo decides to do with it. So we have a game trial going on for Nintendo Switch members from, online and stuff. It's called Eastward or Eastward. Trials means you are able to test the entire game for that period of time. There you have it. You have an Eastward. It's available right now. If you have NSO, you can download it for free right now and then play the entire game for that period of time. So let's move on to the next piece of news. In other news, we have a rumor that kind of initiated last year and it kind of fired this year, and it looks like we are going to see it this year, and it has to do with Lego and a very cool IP that everybody loves, The Legend of Zelda, right? And it looks like they are working on a Legend of Zelda Lego figure for this year, right? It's apparently it actually leaked last year. A lot of people were not great covering it because Lego was actually striking down videos. I'm not gonna show you really quick. I've went ahead and asked ChatGPT to generate some images of the Great Deku Tree and Zelda and Link in Lego form to see how they look. That way you guys have an idea on how they look. So let's go ahead and go over these images right now because they look crazy. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the first images here. Okay, this is not what I was asking for, but he created a Link looking upset here with a rugged face. He needs to shave. There's another timeline Link here, so I guess there are three different timelines, right? This is the old Link, this is the two other Links, and then the Great Deku Tree in the background, right? I'm guessing that's the Great Deku Tree. Let's move on to the next image. Okay, so this one looks a little more similar to what's gonna happen, but I feel like it has arms, right? And then we have little fairies or angels, and then we have a whole bunch of other Links. Breath of the Wild Link, and this is it looks to me like Ocarina of Time Link. And then we have another Link here, and then of course we have this eagle with legs with Triforce on it. Okay, moving forward. Okay, now this Deku Tree has arms and I guess has legs. We have two Links and this little girl from Ocarina of Time. I'm guessing this is Zelda, I'm not sure. And then we have another figure here, and we have this robot there. I don't know what that means. And of course the birds and stuff. Okay. This is just way too out there. The Great Deku Tree has gone evil, as I guess emerged with the Majora's Mask, and it just went nuts. Look at this hair. It went Super Saiyan. We have other little minions from the Great Deku Tree, and here we have these two heroes. I guess the sword got stabbed in Link's back, so I'm guessing he's not gonna make it. We have another sword here, and we have another shield here with a sword knob and that thing. All right, let's move on to the other ones because yeah, those didn't work out that great. Okay, so here, all right, so this is more like it. This is more like a Deku Tree. Still, we have other characters who have no business being here. These little guys here. This is not a Christmas tree, guys. We have at least we have eyes, which I guess still kind of, maybe these are eyes too, I don't know, but it has a mouth, right? And then we have two Links here, and then and a potential Zelda, who knows? Okay, so this is more, okay, I think this is the most similar one to the actual Lego set. We do have a Link, we do have a Zelda, both from Skyward Sword, and then we have the Great Deku Tree. Just remove the eye or add an eye. And then, of course, hey, look, we have a little entrance here with the Ocarina of Time Link. Then all these timeline Links. I think we have every single Link in the timeline. I guess we can't complain about that, right? And we went over that one. Let's go. This one is okay. I guess the actual Deku Tree looks good if we change the eyes and this here, and then these flying creatures and people, you know, and then let's move on to the last one. That one is just pure evil. That one looks like he just merged with Link right there, the clothes and the little belt, and he has arms and an evil eye, and it's just wanting to take over the world. This is just weird. Anyway, that is what we saw, but I think the most similar one that we're gonna see to the Great Deku Tree is a combination of this one and this one. So the Great Deku Tree will look kind of like this, and then Link and Zelda like on the side like that. So there you have it. Moving on, in other news, we have Fire Emblem Engage is 1 year old. It was launched actually 1 year ago. And so for you guys, Fire Emblem Engage fans, congratulations. If you're still playing it, let me know down below in the comments. If you are thinking about playing it, then hey, what better time to play the anniversary edition of the game? It's pretty cool. It's moving on. And the last story before we get to our main topic of the day is, the developers from the Prince of Persia game that just recently launched, right? They have expressed their interest, their desire, their hopes and dreams of actually developing none other than a Legend of Zelda spin-off. And I wonder what this spin-off could be about. Could it be about Link and him sharpening his sword the entire time, right? Just kind of sharpening his sword, and basically that's the entire game. This Link sharpening his sword, you know, and then we can merge it with Fruit Ninja, and then we have Link and Fruit Ninja just going chop, 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 and that could be the game, right? Or we can have Princess Zelda, right? And just her finding a way around the castle. She gets lost, and it's a maze, so we can make it a puzzle game where Zelda has to complete each room, try to find a way out of each room to get to the outside castle part. That's one part. Or the best idea yet for a spin-off could be the world of Beetle, right? Legend of Zelda, Beetle World, right? And then, so Beetle is on its way of getting his little things to sell, right? Because every time we go to see Beetle in a game, he always has something to sell, right? So these things that he sells have to come from somewhere. How does Beetle get his inventory? And so we follow Beetle, right? Hold on here. We follow Beetle on his adventures of acquiring the rarest items to sell in order to have the best stores ever, right? Yeah, those are my 3 Beetle ideas. I mean, ideas for Legend of Zelda spin-off game. Let me know what you guys think. Which one you want to see? Link sharpening a sword, Zelda completing puzzles, or Beetle World? You know, that's it. All right, so let's move on to today's top story, and we're talking about POW World, this new game. How you doing, Goody? You look at this. You're looking at the screen. So infatuated, looking at himself on the screen. All right, so today's top story has to do with POW World. Okay, this game that just basically hit the market over the weekend. It stormed the stores. I mean, it's selling like hotcakes. It's crazy. I mean, the game is just literally everywhere. The controversy has to do with the little mini characters in the game that look exactly like Pokemon or resemble the Pokemon game. Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of games out there that look like Pokemon that literally do the same exact thing as Pokemon. We call them Digimon or Digi something, or there's a lot of games out there, right? And so the POW World is a combination of Minecraft, I would say Fortnite, and Pokemon into one. And they have an open world game. Basically, you actually make your team with POWs instead of Pokemon. And so I don't think that's where the controversy lies. I think the controversy lies in that Pokemon fans out there are stating that a lot of the POWs, which are basically what they call the Pokemon in the game, are literally directly copied from Pokemon. The other thing with the POW is that apparently the developers use AI to develop the characters or the POWs or what the Pokemons represent in this game, right? And so to design each little character, instead of having an actual designer design the characters, they used AI to generate designs for the little characters. Basically, they're using AI to generate content, and that AI happened to choose a whole bunch of Pokemon and just duplicate them, change a little color and a little texture here, and just put them in the game. And so that's the main controversy of the game. It's not the actual part that they have a similar kind of gameplay with Pokemon or POWs, and the fact that they battle, you raise them, you catch them, right? the game also mimics Minecraft when it comes to the world and crafting. The game also mimics kind of like a Fortnite shooting type of thing, you know, so it mimics a lot of games in one. But the controversy lies in the fact that the actual creatures, or some of them, look exactly like Pokemon, right? So they found around 8 creatures out of 100 that were literally copies of the actual Pokemon, and they just basically changed their color. So let's go ahead and read here, because I think the VGC did a really good story on this matter when it comes to which Pokemon were actually kind of completely copied, which one weren't. And so it draws a fine line here, and we don't know yet whether Nintendo and Pokemon Company are gonna take any action or just leave it like that. It's just yet to be unknown. So let's go ahead and read here really quick. Palworld embroiled in AI and Pokemon plagiarism controversy. So it's, yeah, AI can be involved in plagiarism because they copy things offline. Social media users highlighted characters' designs, similarities, and developers' generative AI history. So right here, we could see the similarities between this guy right here with the eyes and the teeth. And so, yeah, there's something similar there. This is a cat, and this is another cat. But, you know, they kind of modified it. So I guess the similarities end with the face, right? And the fact that there are 2 cats, one of them is standing. The biggest one here, you guys can see, this one right there is extremely similar to you know, what they are doing. Here we have one of my favorite characters here in Pokemon, Scarlet and Violet here. He's one of the starters. And look at basically the similarities between the actual Pokemon, right? And on this side we have this one, and on this side we have the other one. And so, yeah, they're basically the same Pokemon. They have just kind of changed colors, and this one has like a bright bushy tail here. This one has a tail, smaller tail. He's a rabbit. And then this one is completely green. I'm guessing this is a green type, kind of grass type Pokemon. This is a fire type Pokemon. Okay, so aside from 8, I would say to 9 similar characters in this game, I really don't see a problem with Palworld and Pokemon colliding. I just don't see it at all. I think they're very different games. I think that the only similar thing is that they both have monsters in them that you kind of, I guess, catch in a way and train. But so there's other games have the same exact thing. So there should be no issue here with Nintendo or Pokemon coming out to Palworld for anything. I think Pokemon is a great franchise. I think Palworld, for it to be starting off, is doing pretty well, and it's a really, really good game. I encourage you to try it out. And maybe it's a controversial opinion, but I don't see one issue from Palworld and Pokemon at all. I think that they can coexist, right? It's good for gamers in a way. So that is gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Before I let you go, number 1, never give up, and number 2, journey on. Peace.